Hello my friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is the Moon Witch, and in today's reading we're going to find out the next big change that is happening for you. So before we begin, I want to let you guys know that my personal readings are open, so if you like my readings and you're in need, you can contact me at this email address and I'll be there for you. So back to today's video, we have 4 groups to choose from. Group number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to pause the video for as long as you need and take your time to use your intuition to help pick out the right group for you. And once you've done that, you can fast forward to the timestamps I provide down in the description box as well as pinned comment, and I'll see you in your reading. So group number 1, I'm getting that a lot of you are moving to a dream city within the next 3 months, and you may not even realize that this is your dream city before you get there, because I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you may feel like, wow, this city is just so, it's not a big deal, it's not so good, and there's nothing that really appeals to me there. But once you get there, you realize that this is exactly what you need. This place agrees with you so much. And also you will find out that there's so many things that you don't know about this place, about this culture. So if you already have a dream city in your mind, that's good, because within the next 3 months, there's great chance that you might actually move there. But if you don't, I feel like wherever you're moving to will be your next dream city, because eventually you'll realize how much it fits for you. Because I feel like, it's never about how much of a metropolis that this place really is, or, how grand the views are if you are moving to countryside. Or basically, it doesn't matter how much people praise a certain place. All it matters is that you feel good living there, and that you're in love with it. You're in love with your life there. And that's settled. So I'm definitely getting the feeling that within the next 3 months, you will be in a new city, and then you'll be in love with it. And another thing that I'm seeing along with this event, this moving, is that you're cutting a lot of people from the past out. And I'm hearing that this is the farthest they can go, but you're meant for the destination that's even farther. So they're not made for your future. They're not meant to be in your future. This is the farthest they can go. And so you're supposed to be apart. I'm also getting the feeling that some of you are moving out of your parents' house for the first time. And then so for you, it's like cutting your parents out of your life. Maybe not that much, but like you're going from a place where you see each other every day to probably only see each other once every few months. I mean, that is a very big change for someone who's living on their own for the first time. But I'm strongly hearing that they're not meant for your future. This is the furthest they can go. And it's not anybody's fault. It's not, there's no harsh feeling on either side. It's just that you're meant for different destinations. And here comes the good news. This place that you're moving to is somewhere that you're meant to be. It's almost like God pushing you there. It's your face design. And so you will build a life there. So if you're looking for financial stability, you're looking for a stable job, you want to buy your own house, you want to have pets, this city will help you do all those things. Because I certainly believe in serendipity, and I believe that like the aura of a certain place will shape your life in a great amount. So if you are in a place that agrees with you very much, then your life will go very swimmingly. Okay? You get things done. And you feel satisfied and fulfilled every day. And you feel that love and joy is almost like oozing out. So you have a lot of love for the world and the people around you. And this means that you're in the right place for you. But instead, if you feel tired all the time, you're not interested in anything, you lose your passion, you just want to lay in bed and do nothing, then probably it's because you're not in the right place for you. Maybe this place doesn't just agree with you. So moving would definitely help, especially if you're going through what I talked about, like this lack of passion, lack of joy, you don't even love anything, you don't even really love yourself, you don't see the light in yourself, then maybe you should move to somewhere else. And I'm definitely seeing that this place that you're going to, group 1, would help your finance greatly. Especially if you're looking for a stable lifestyle. You don't want to be always on a run anymore. You want to kind of settle down. I'm also seeing a white dog, okay, a small white dog, and I'm seeing you walking it in the park. Very sunny day. I'm also feeling the breeze and the fragrance of the flowers. It is a very beautiful park, and I'm seeing you walking a white dog there. And yeah, I'm also getting that some of you may be interested in indoor decoration, or that you have, how do you say it? You follow the YouTubers or people on Instagram that post contents of indoor decorations, or their bus life, van life, or like cooking contents, or bakery stuff like that. Basically just cozy vibe, cozy homey vibe. If you resonate with that vibe and you actually do want a lifestyle like those, then this is the right place to go, because I'm seeing you building your life based in your 4th house, which is your own household, and you're decorating your house with the style that you're into. Okay? What else do we have? Another sign of moving, right, from one place to another. But we have the 6 of Swords in reverse, so I'm getting that you probably should pack light, right? Don't take too much stuff with you. Just don't take too much from your past with you, because you don't belong there anymore. So if you have enough budget, maybe buy new things when you get to the new place. And I'm also hearing that don't apologize for making changes. Okay, changing is a part of our lives, and you don't need to apologize for that. And I'm also feeling that some of you may have made a promise to certain people, and now that you don't really resonate with those promises, so they may have a problem with it because they felt like, oh, you said that you would do this, or that you said that you would stay here, blah blah blah, but now you're taking your words back. And so they may have a hard time accepting all these changes, but somehow the universe wants you to know that you don't want to apologize for, wanting different things and having different goals now. Maybe next time don't make promises that easily when you can't really promise anything. We can't really predict our lives 5 years, 10 years later. We can't even predict our next day. Even if I read tarot, I still can't. I can't 100% promise that, these would happen for sure. All these are just possibilities. And what matters most is how we feel at that moment. So if you have made those promises you can't now keep, then it is what it is. But you want to keep on moving, okay? You do not need to apologize for changing your self-identity or feeling like another person, or stop resonating with things in the past, okay? Let's see the last message for you, group number 1. Oh my goodness. The 2 of Wands in reverse. Let me know if you are indeed moving out of your parents' house, getting your own place, or getting your place with a friend or your boyfriend, girlfriend. It is the right decision to go if you're looking for this confirmation. And I'm also getting that, look, if you are manifesting something, or I'm basically getting that you're in your 20s or something, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, okay? You can be at any age. But I'm basically getting that you are now pretty much focused on creating your dream life and, having your dream career, etc. So if you indeed have the manifestation regarding your career or dream job, I'm getting that you have finished what you need to finish in this place. Okay, in your current city. But you really need to move to another place to see the final glow up, to see the final accomplishing point of your goal and your manifestation. So it is definitely the right decision to move. And you would know when you need to go. And listen to your heart. I'm getting that you were hearing a lot of gossips, or people are giving you too much advice that you don't necessarily need. But listen to your heart. All right? When the world quiets down, or you deliberately mute other people's opinions, you will hear exactly what your heart says. And that is all that matters, group 1. How you feel, and whether you were satisfied with your decisions. That's all that matters. People talk anyway. So that's all I have for your group 1. If you need a personal reading, you can contact this email address, okay? So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. When I was shuffling, I heard healing, and also I saw something about the wishes that you made or your manifestation. So before I even see the cards, I would guess that the next big change may be the removal of an unlimited belief, right? The removal of a blockage from your subconscious mind. I'm hearing the sound of glass being broke. Something made out of glass and it's fallen to the floor and it broke. I'm hearing that sound. And I'm getting that it is you breaking through your fear. And you realize that there's no one out there but you. So everything every person that you thought was blocking you or, in your way is yourself, or those limited beliefs. And I'm also seeing Pluto in the 12th house. So Pluto is this great fear that you feel like you are going to experience death if you do something, do certain. And the 12th house is your dreams, your subconscious mind, and all those suppressed feelings. Now with Pluto in your 12th house, I would say that this is only a lesson for you. Because this reading is about the next big change. And the next big change is indeed you breaking through that fear that Pluto brings to your mind. And we have two people showing up, but I would say that these two people are just the ghosts from yesterday. Let's see who they are. Whether they are male or female. Family members with the 10 of Pentacles. Family members, and also people that you don't really know, just random people, and you were scared by their looks. Because the feeling of being stared at, being judged, is horrible. And I'm seeing needles being pinned to your skin. So basically, it may be how you once felt when you were being stared at by people you didn't even know, strangers on the streets, etc. You felt like everyone's mocking you. They felt like you weren't cool at all. But whatever it is that you weren't insecure about, okay? You were very afraid of being judged in that matter. And I'm not seeing like a specific person. So I'm getting that these two may be just the archetype. So there was someone that was very harsh on you, right? They told you to improve yourself, to get better, or that they never feel like you were enough, and they never really praise you. They were never happy about any of your accomplishments, or there was something that you showed off to them that you were really proud of, but they were like, man, it's just so, or it's not even that good. So it's someone that was very strict with you. And another person, or another type of people that was once in your life, was that they were someone that's very stubborn. They didn't really hear how you feel. They didn't even really care. They were basically just preaching their core values onto you, but they didn't really care how you felt on those, or what your thoughts were, where you wanted to go, or how you wanted your life to be. Basically, these two types of people are the ghosts from your yesterday, but somehow they're still in your subconscious mind. But the next big change is you breaking through these fear. And it's very instant, because the breakthrough, or the crumbling down of a limited belief is instant, just like the glass falling to the floor and it breaks, just like that. So let's see if there's anything else that we need to know, because so far I'm seeing that the next big change is pretty much about your mental issue or your mental health. Back to who you truly are. Oh, group 2. I'm guessing that maybe there's another version of you that you feel like that's better than who you truly are, and you try to be. You feel like, wow, I could be this person, or I could be like this, so that I can have all the applause and the attention that I want. So, I'm getting a yes. What did I just say? But anyway, I'm getting a yes. And this is the biggest yes to me in all 78 cards. Another yes. See, this is what the tarot is showing me. The person that you want to become is not really a person. They're just criterias. Okay? This is who you truly are. And the person you want to be is actually these swords. So that's not a person. That's just someone that fits into those criterias. That's just someone that meets all those standards, so that you feel like no one can hurt you, or that no one can say that you're not enough, because of the fact that you already met all those criterias. It's like, I'm just gonna take a random example. For example, you have been insecure about your body shape. I mean, that's pretty common. So, like, you never feel like you were skinny enough. So, you want to become someone that's, like, 10 pounds lighter. And you feel like, well, that's the person that I want to be. I want to be someone that's 10 pounds lighter. And be aware that you are not really trying to be that person. You only want to be 10 pounds lighter. Because you feel like, well, if I'm 10 pounds lighter, then maybe I would be appreciated more. I would get more smiles and more compliments from my families and friends and even strangers. I want to be liked, and that's why I want to be 10 pounds lighter, and that's why I think I want to be that person. But you are always you. There's no way that you can be somebody else. There's no reason for that. Just because you're not them, you are you. Even the different version of you. Especially in your case, you're not trying to be somebody else or some other versions of who you are. You just want to meet those criterias. Just ask yourself this. If you are everything others want from you, like if you have already met those criteria, would you still want to be that other version of yourself? No, because that's not what you originally you only wanted to meet those criteria so that you wouldn't need to hear those mean things that people say to you. And I understand. Be, but anyway, the next big change happening for you, I think it's the breakthrough of this fear. Because I specifically heard that you are going to be who you truly are. Like, people are going to talk anyway, no matter what you do, because wherever direction you stand towards, you always have your back to the other side of the world. So there's always going to be people that's like, wow, you're turning your back on me. They're always going to say nasty things. People talk, that's what they do. And even if I rationally think that it is quite silly to care about what others might say or think about us, emotionally, sometimes I can't escape this loop of caring and thinking that I shouldn't care. And all I can say is that's fine. Because we need to jump out of that loop anyway. We need to do it anyway. So do it anyway. Make sure that you're clear on what you want. Are you really trying to be someone else? Or you want to meet all those criteria so that you wouldn't get hurt? Or do you want a life that's just carefree? You know, you want to hear what your heart says. Just make sure what you want and do it anyway. Because just know that even if you meet all those criterias, people are still gonna talk behind your back or to your face. They're always gonna talk. And I'm hearing the lyrics, I don't quite remember, but it's like, why change for the world when the world never changes for me? Something like that. It's a song by Aurora, but I don't really remember. I never had the world, so I changed for it. I never had the world, so I changed for it. Yeah. Yeah, the last card, 5 of Swords. Be a little cruel. Be a little cold. And indifferent to others. Okay. So stay true to yourself. That's all I have for group number 2. And if you need a personal reading, you can contact this email address. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Next big change for you. I'm hearing leaving depression, leaving from a cocoon phase. And by the way, the silkworm that I got, I think last week, has already built himself a cocoon. So he is in the process currently of transforming into a moth. And that's cute, I think. The little cocoon that he has is very cute. So my daughter and I are waiting patiently for him to turn from a silkworm into a beautiful moth. But anyway, back to orbit. Group number 3. While I was struggling, I heard leaving depression, leaving this cocoon phase of your life, leaving the winter of your life. And I feel like you're the kind of people that easily falls into depression or sorrow. I'm getting strong like 12 house or even 9 house. So basically Neptune and Jupiter. So I feel like you're connected with a greater world, a higher dimension subconsciously, and sometimes it's kind of hard for you to devote yourself into daily chores or just life on earth as a human. So let's see the next big change. Okay. What you have experienced in the past, or not just in this life. In other words, what you have experienced in your past, like those events don't really matter. What matters is the feelings that linger. And those feelings are not just in this life. You re-experience those feelings because you had those memories in your past lives. And because of the fact that no matter if you have 12th house placements or not, you are connected with higher dimensions. So the portals of space travel, which is true, the door of telepathy is open for you. So you easily feel blue or nostalgic because maybe in one of your past lives you were led astray. You were a wanderer. You were traveling your entire life. That's why you feel a lot of things in this life. But I'm seeing that the next big change is you learning to manage your intuition wisely and correctly in the right direction in this life. So maybe you're an empath and you always feel how others feel, and you feel things intensively, and somehow those feelings like waves, they devour you, and you're all soaked up in tears or that depression that you can't really do anything, or that you can't make sure that this is your path because you're constantly watching other people's lives and you feel like you can be there too. You just feel like all possibilities are open for you because you just genuinely feel how others feel. That somehow makes your own sensations and your own intuition somehow vague. So you're not really clear on your path. And another thing that I'm seeing from your past is fatigue. I feel like, it's like the phone's battery is running low, and I feel like you're always stuck with the 20% batteries. And it's like whenever you need to do something, or you need to get out of bed, you feel like, man, I didn't charge my phone last night. So, like, when you need to use it, when you need to use your own energy, you find that you don't have that stamina. So I'm getting that you're kind of always tired physically. It's just you lack strength. And maybe you always feel sleepy, no matter how long you slept, you just never feel awake. And I remember a line from Fight Club. It says that you were never fully awake nor fully asleep. Yeah, it's like your soul or your spirit wanders to other worlds when you're sleeping. But good news is that we have the High Priestess upright. So the next big change is, building a balanced and healthy life that, reaches the perfect harmony between your spirits, or your crown chakra or your third eye chakra with your root and sacral chakra, which means that you're fully grounded on earth while being super intuitive. So yeah, the next big change is you learning to manage your intuition in the right way, in the right direction. And I'm also seeing learning. So maybe you will learn a new skill or a new knowledge regarding spirituality that helps you find your anchor on earth. I'm getting a big yes, and also, ooh, we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords at the same time. Let me see what it means. Finding your own path, finding your own inner goddess, your own inner wisdom and guidance. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The perfect balance between your feminine and masculine energy. Wow. Feeling perfectly centered and grounded here. And I'm also seeing meditation and yoga. So it's like you're bringing those spirituality into your daily life, into your daily routine. You are clearing out time and space to set your intuition free. Like you are having this safe space to run your intuition. So a more balanced life is definitely what I'm seeing. This is going to be the next big change. And you'll be able to see clearer on your future and your vision board, etc. You'll be having more clarity. And also the relief of a person from your past. The relief of the person from your past. I'm seeing that this person, by the way, this is another message, a completely different message. The release of someone that you knew when you were at school. The next big change is that you are going to release this person from your memory, or that you no longer allow them to sort of run your life for you. And this relief, or this process of releasing, may appear in the form of a little cold or a fever, because my wrist hurts. So I'm getting that you may also feel a little uncomfortable physically, or you wrist your ankles or something like that. But this is the physical performance of this releasing or this healing journey, especially if this person have hurt you in some way. Then your physical body would need to release all these piled up emotions that you weren't dealing with through some kind of discomfort. And angels want you to know that this relationship is over. It's not going anywhere. It's not necessarily doing you any good. And it is somehow distracting you. And I don't even know why I said angels. Let's see what your angels want to tell you. Yes, you do have guardian angels around, and they want you to know that this person used to be a divine match for you. So it is their arrangement, it is the angels' arrangement for you to know each other. But it is over now. It's supposed to be over now. And both of you need to move on. And yes, oh my goodness, group number 3. The moon in reverse. You are still connected with each other on the energy level. And whenever you see numbers about this person, maybe their birthday number or their phone number, or there's a specific number that means something to you, to both of you, you will be seeing these information, these messages about this person when they're thinking about you. So, telepathy. So that is all I have for group number 3. Thank you so much for watching. And if you need a personal reading, you can contact this email address. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Now, group number 4. I don't know why I was called to say these for you particularly, because when I was reading for the first 3 groups, this idea didn't occur to me at all. But I strongly feel like I need to say these to you. Maybe it's because I feel like you may be one of those who don't want changes because you're looking for eternity. You want something permanent. You want this long-term commitment, whether it is with your partner or with your job, with your career, even with the objects or the clothes or the shoes you have. Like, you don't necessarily like changes. You want things to go as you planned, and better if they are permanent. But what I was hearing was that the worst thing is not having changes in your life for years. Like, everything is exactly the same, like 5 years ago and today. And there's no such thing as a bad change. As long as things are moving, things are changing, they're all for the better. Even if you fall from the very peak to the bottom, you feel like, oh, this sucks, this is such a bad change. But there's no such thing really as a bad change. Because the dark night of the soul and the bottom and the cocoon is going to teach you so much more than the highlights and the milestones. And so everything is changing for the better. And that is, I think, the law, and that's the truth of the universe, because we're expanding. We're changing for the better. It's just sometimes those changes would come in a different way, which is also known as, I think, the blessing in disguise. So yeah, that's what I heard before I started shuffling. Now let's read cards. And I'm also getting the group number 4. You may feel like you were back to where it started. Like you were back to where you were a few years before. Again, that's just how I felt in your energy. Cutting people out of your life. I'm seeing that you're leaving your comfort zone. The next big change for you is that you will leave your comfort zone. And the future would not be easy. I can't lie to you, because this is so obvious with the Five of Pentacles. Even if you don't want to change, the universe will force you to change, because the Five of Pentacles is often used to describe a period of downfall, or like a lack of abundance, lack of joy, or a lot of pressure, especially financially. Like, the pattern that fits the past doesn't necessarily fit today. And you no longer resonate with who you were in the past. But somehow the new you, the new life is yet to come. And so it's like you were stuck in this nowhere. And you feel like just this discomfort, whatever you do. This could also apply to your self-identity, when you feel like you have shedded the old skin, but now you're kind of naked because the new skin hasn't already covered you yet. So Five of Pentacles is basically where you feel very stuck, and you're just in need of something new, and yet you're uncomfortable with this something new. You are sort of still used to being in that comfort zone, while that comfort zone is already gone. But one thing about Five of Pentacles is that you will have to change, because it's painful either way, to whether to stay where you are now, or to transform into something else, someone else, adapt to a new lifestyle, move to a new place. So Five of Pentacles is something that you have to face. This change is inevitable. So it's up to you whether you choose to accept it or to sort of run against it. But the next big change is that you are leaving your comfort zone, whether you want it or not. And I'm basically seeing career change or job change. Especially if you had a drama or frenemy, or people that would stab you behind the back. All right, if you had those people or those situations in your life, then it is a big sign for you that it's time to cut those people out. Let's see what exactly you need to do. I'm seeing your parents, okay? I'm seeing that you were being very much protected. And just to clarify, if you feel like, well, I'm not in a very good relationship with my parents, or that I'm not necessarily happy, or I don't necessarily feel free when I'm around my parents. So how am I like being protected, or even overly protected by them? So sometimes our comfort zone may be discomfort. Even if it sounds weird, but sometimes for us, feeling safe sounds more tempting than feeling comfortable. So if it is your case, like you don't necessarily feel free or happy around your parents, instead you feel pressured, you feel like you're very much controlled or restricted in many ways, but somehow you enjoy being taken care of, then this is definitely your message that you need to not cut your parents out, but like maybe you need to move out. Maybe you need to learn to be independent. Okay? Because the sun, let's see, there's a child and a son. So no matter how old you are, whenever you're with your parents, you're back to this child. And this is a bad sign, especially if you didn't have a happy childhood. Okay, you're um, not in a good condition mentally. Okay, um, you may not want to live on like this. And see, now the child needs to grow up. He needs to go on his own hero's journey. And moving, right? Eight of wands in reverse, but Eight of Wands is definitely a big sign of moving, especially by air. So if you're moving somewhere that's pretty far away or overseas, right? And this is also a sign for you if you have a vehicle and a cat, and or a cat. Okay, it's time to move. And even if you were kind of hesitated towards making up your mind, this is the next big change in your life. So this will happen. Okay, the universe is just giving you a heads up. The Three of Wands is also such a big sign of moving. So the story in my mind is that maybe you get another job or you have this calling to start your career somewhere else. So you need to move out and be independent and learn to show up in the world. This is what I've been seeing. This is a vision that I'm seeing in my mind. And I'm guessing that you already have somewhere in your mind, because with the Seven of Cups, for some of you, I'm seeing a vision board or a diary where, not maybe a journal, where you have your dream list, or even just a thought, and of course manifestation. There's somewhere that you want to go, and maybe this is your dream city when you were a kid. Okay, because this is a teenager, this is a kid, this is another teenager, and the card that represents manifestation falls right here. And by the way, I don't use spreads. I just place the cards where I feel called to. So I didn't choose to place this card here or anywhere else, but right here above these three children. All right, so I would say that maybe some of you have a dream city when you were a kid, especially when you were a teenager and the age 21 or 14. And maybe, another maybe, there is an idol, or a role model, or someone that you wanted to be, someone that you really, really looked up to again when you were a kid, around the age, let's say from 12 to 21, but especially from 12 to 17. So there's someone, probably a female figure, that you really, really want to be. And this dream city is their birthplace, or they have lived here for some time, or they started their career here, or do you feel like if you move to this dream city, you would stand a chance of becoming closer to them. But anyway, I'm definitely seeing this dream, this manifestation from long ago. So maybe you just lack the courage to take the first step. But don't worry, if you go with the flow, all right, things will be so much easier, because this is the next big change for you, group number 4. And if this is God's will, if this is faith design, then you are so meant to be there. So try not to worry so much. And just know that you have the ability to adapt Okay, you learn, you grow, you adapt, so you would do just fine. And it takes courage. And yeah, the greatest adventure you can take is to build yourself your dream life. Okay? And we have the hangman in reverse. So the hangman is basically like being in your own cave, drowning in imaginations or illusions, or just those dreamy bubbles. And because the hangman sort of hanged himself on this tree and he's looking at this world upside down, so he's very out there. He's not in this game. He's this stranger, this wanderer. But now we have the hangman in reverse. It's time to get down to earth, and what did it say? Something that I read a few days ago. Don't be so much in your mind, and instead wet yourself in the jungle 10 times. It basically means that it may be a little weird to hear in English, because that sentence was not originally in English. It was like the idea of Matrix, but it is up to you in the Matrix whether you want to just stay in that bubble or you want to see the real truth. It's a little bit like that. It's like whether you want to just stay in your imagination and feel like things are so much better here in my comfort zone, or you want to step into the real world. It sucks if you're gonna love it, right? Like, it is like Rachel stepping out of her comfort zone of a life with Barry and grow as a real life person and go through the heartbreaks and the difficulties. But eventually, what she gets in reward is this great happiness that no dream or no comfort zone can compare, because it is real, because this is your hero's journey, this is your adventure, and it's bittersweet, but it tastes better. So I hope I made myself clear. And that's all I have for you, group number 4. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like my readings and if you need a personal reading, you can contact me at this email address and I'll be there for you. So I hope you enjoy this video and I'll see you in the next one.